and heartbreaking experience for any family has to be the death of a child. Brendan and Terry Ring lost their daughter Cliona 8 years ago, and following her death, despite their pain, they established Cliona's Foundation with the intention of helping families to pay non-medical expenses while their child was suffering from a life-threatening illness. To date, Cliona's Foundation has supported nearly 300 families, and Mary Fanning went to meet Brendan and Terry in Limerick.
Brendan and Terry Ring visit their daughter's Cliona's grave in a quiet rural part of County Limerick. Time has passed. 8 years gone quickly since their daughter lost her battle with a brain tumour 1 month before her 16th birthday. Her memory still very much alive, and the years of travel, time and expenses as Cliona went through various treatments and procedures put the couple on a path. They saw the trauma families were going through, struggling to meet the needs of all the additional expenses. Right, they said, we're going to make a difference. We're going to remember and honour Cliona, and we're going to help.
When a child of yours is diagnosed with a serious illness, the last thing you want to have is a financial draw on your reserves. And you know the way things are now, right now, that even two people that are earning money, they have very little to spend at the end of the week. We're here to help. We don't want anybody having to lie in bed at night having a terminally ill child, a child that may be dying, and have to worry about a bill at home or a cost of petrol or diesel, or sustenance, all these things. Why should they? They don't deserve that, and we won't let that happen.
Since 2007, Cliona's Foundation has helped hundreds of families with travel, accommodation and costs nobody thinks about until they're landed in an emergency situation, which for the child could mean life or death.
We know what a difference receiving a cheque in the post means to a family when they're in a very dark place looking after a sick child. More often than not, there is a lot of travelling involved, be it to treatments, appointments, time spent in hospital, if there are children at home, family at home. You know, a combination of things, it can wear you down and it can take an enormous toll on a family.
Terry and Brendan Ring pay a visit to 5-year-old Alexandra Costa as she plays with her sister Vanessa and her extended family in the back garden of her grandparents in County Limerick. She's a gorgeous child, but some 4 years ago her mum Tracy knew there was something drastically wrong with this little girl.
They eventually diagnosed Alexandra with rhabdomyosarcoma, a very, very aggressive brain tumour. Very, very aggressive. And what she went through, I can't even explain.
From there, the nightmare began.
She's been through chemotherapy, she's been through high temperatures, up to 40. She's been through platelets, blood transfusions, losing her hair, her nails falling off, just vomiting like you've never seen. Just hell. Like, I felt that I was in such a place, in such a bad place, that I thought I'd never come out of it. I thought I'd never come out of the situation.
The family lived on their nerves. Last-minute dashes to the regional hospital in Limerick and to Crumlin in Dublin. A roller coaster of treatments and emergencies. Grandad Walter Burke stepped in as a tremendous support to his daughter Tracy and his beloved grandchild. But his petrol bill and expense was overwhelming.
Finance was very important to us that time because I was on the road day and night with Alexandra, as you very well know. She'd be no sooner down from the hospital when I might get a phone call from Tracy to say that her temperature was gone sky high. So I'd have to race down to Kilmallock and come to her rescue the best way I could. Like any father would do anyway.
Emergencies are emergencies. No time to fundraise for Alexandra, and in stepped Cliona's Foundation.
I can never describe how thankful I am for what they did for Alexandra and what they've done for so many other children.
Alexandra is very well now and thriving. The dark days over. And with the help of Cliona's Foundation, the family got through everything. Since then, through their own fundraising for their little girl, they have subsequently contributed back to the foundation to help other sick children. The goodness of Cliona's foundation is evolving, and they've raised nearly €750,000. Our own Miriam O'Callaghan is one of its patrons, and it's not just those hidden expenses they help out with. Sharon Murphy and her partner Dennis Donegan have a sitting room that's a shrine to their baby daughter Caelan. She passed away when she was just 7.5 months old. The first cuddle photograph takes pride of place.
That one over the fireplace, that was our first cuddle with Caelan in the neonatal unit. When the nurses actually took that on our phone for us, that's our pride and joy. My sister took the picture of our hands together the night before she passed, because I was holding her. All her other pictures, she's all over the house. You'd swear we had only one little girl. Yeah, her little pram over there. That'll never be gotten rid of. I don't think it'll be part of the sitting room furniture forever, won't it?
Sharon has 5 other children, and not a day goes by without all of them remembering their baby sister. But when Sharon was practically living in the hospital with her daughter, the needs of the family and the home had to be attended to.
No one realises how much you depend on your family for support when something like this goes wrong. And then to get help from other sources, like, it's just an amazing thing for somebody to do. Do you know, no one realises what goes into it. Do you know, when you have a sick baby, you're trying to keep a house going, you're trying to get to the hospital, maybe you have to stay in the hospital, you still have to buy your groceries at home, you still have to pay your bills, but yet you have to survive the other side of it as well. It's like living 2 lives.
Cliona's foundation stepped in and supported, and when baby Caelan passed away, they were there for the family.
It was just horrendous. We had nothing organised. We had no burial plot got. We had an idea how we were going to bury her, what we were going to do, who was going to do anything, even down to dressing the boys. Do you know, they all wanted their black suits, they all wanted to mourn for her properly. It was just financial issues the whole way through, to be honest. I could never repay them.
Terry and Brendan Ring are very involved with their families. They're personally in touch and walk the journey with mums and dads. Terry's genuine dedication is very evident when she visits 11-year-old Sarah Crowe. They've great fun together, and Sarah has had it tough. She is lovingly cared for by her parents, Mary and David.
Sarah has a condition called Alport syndrome. It's a mitochondrial disease, and it affects the central nervous system. The brain starts to regress, so she's, when she was born, she was perfectly healthy and beautiful and everything. And just as she got older, then we noticed that she was slow in walking, but we didn't take much notice of it because she was our first child, so we didn't, we said, okay, she's slow to walk. But then when she was 18 months before she started walking, so when she started walking, she had a very wide gait and she'd fall over a lot.
Sarah wanted to get out and about, but there were safety concerns, so Cliona's foundation stepped in again.
They made a donation to us, and we put down rubber tiles in the backyard, and we created a safe play area. When Sarah was walking, she would fall over a lot, so it was vital that we had a place for her that she could play safely. So we decided to spend the money buying the tiles so we could put them down so she was safe. So, that was a big help, because it gave Sarah an outlet that she could go out and we didn't have to be sitting supervising her all the time, We spell your name, will we? Look. S A R A H. Sarah.
Cliona's foundation at present have several families in dire need. They are constantly fundraising, and their charity epitomises love. But what about Terry? Has it eased her pain somewhat in losing her beloved daughter?
I'm not so sure it has eased our pain at the loss of losing our daughter. Cliona's foundation is a little bit separate to having lost our daughter. But Cliona's foundation is there in memory of her, yes. But the pain sometimes hits you, and it can hit you hard at times.
Isn't that a very moving story? If you'd like to find out more about Cliona's foundation, or if you'd like to offer your support to the charity, well, their address is on your screens now.